What are we going to think of next? What are we going to do with the youth of today? I have no idea what's happening, but there is apparently a new Senior Assassination challenge. And the title of this video is Beware the Senior Assassination Challenge. Beware of it, says police. Apparently, seniors in high school are going around with water guns, supposedly, and pretending to attack other people. I think classmates, honestly, from all over the place with water guns. But some of them, I think, might choose to use water guns that look like real guns. We need to educate the youth of our world. A mental health professional doesn't need to say this. But we're going to get into it. Let's see what these wacky youth of today are up to without further ado.
Take a look at your screen. At first glance, could you tell if these are real firearms? These are water guns.
If we look close enough, and still, yes. I mean, I can tell the top and all taped up, bandaged up, whatever. But when I'm out in public, no chance. I don't know who's pulling what on who, especially when you're talking about seniors in high school who are 18, 19 years old and look like grown people. Yeah. I'm not sure going to be able to tell spur of the moment when somebody says freeze, hold up. And the thing I'm concerned about most with this is if they're going around doing a prank in public and there's other people around, like if you're at the park and I'm doing a walk around in my neighborhood and I see somebody do this, no, I'm going to think this is real. It's one thing if you're doing it with your friends and y'all know you're kind of doing it and it's like, hey, and you've got these goofy water guns that like are colorful and you can obviously tell. And so I think they must be spraying their classmates with water, but it looks like something else is coming out of this.
And police are raising the alarm, saying tragedy was barely averted this week when teenagers wearing ski masks, armed with these type of very realistic looking water guns, were almost shot by a concealed carry holder.
What are we thinking?
My senior assassin's third failed attempt to get me.
Good morning, you stunning stack of sunshine.
She's so stupid, bro.
See, here's the deal.
Good morning, you stunning.
This girl's got this big old pumping water gun, right? That's fine. We know that's a water gun. Have whatever you want in it, that's okay. I don't mind that. And I think that's the purpose behind something like this. But these pranks, oh my goodness, when they start sneaking up on people, especially in public, when somebody's a stranger, and especially in Texas, y'all, where I am, where there's concealed carry, and people have guns underneath their shirts and their coats, their jackets and their jeans, they're liable to pull something out and say, not going to let this happen.
Stunning stack of sunshine.
She's so stupid, bro.
All over social media, you can see this game being played by high school seniors. Watch as he runs and approaches his classmate and intended target.
Yo, Maya.
With a water gun, only to have the tables turned. This game is called Senior Assassins, and it's meant in good fun.
See, that makes sense. She pulled this gun out that was all colorful, and he was like, hey, Maya. Like, she knew it was him coming. He probably didn't know she had the water gun in her pocket. So that's the fun in games. It's at her house. Everything's all chill. Parents probably know the guy. That's a completely different story. I don't mind that at all. But as a mental health professional that has seen things turn very badly, very quickly, this could be the wrong thing in the wrong place at the wrong time. This part, very cool, very fun. I like this.
Classmate and intended target.
Yo, Maya.
With a water gun, only to have the tables turned. This game is called Senior Assassins, and it's meant in good fun. But police say this week in Gurnee, Illinois, a potential tragedy was averted.
Imagine kids, families, elderly patrons all having breakfast and then seeing this unfolding in front of their eyes is very scary. There were weapons being pointed at students sitting at a table having breakfast.
A regular breakfast place at 10 a.m. when customers see weapons.
Here we go. This is where it turns stupid. I just want to say, I don't talk about people, especially these seniors, as stupid people. They just are doing stupid things. You've got to think ahead. Be careful. things can go wrong super quickly. You go to a breakfast place, you go to a restaurant, and you're going to do something like this at a restaurant where there's public people around who literally don't even know what this thing is. I wouldn't know what it is. And if I have a concealed carry and I see somebody pull a gun on somebody else before I even know what's happening, I might be pulling that out. Somebody's going to do that, and especially in a restaurant in public. I just don't know what they're thinking.
Table having breakfast.
A regular breakfast place at 10 a.m. when customers see weapons similar to this, brandished by two males wearing ski masks. They aim the weapons at...
And that's the other thing. They're wearing ski masks. What do you think? You're wearing ski masks. It's like you're going to hold up the joint. It's like you're going to attack other people, especially now with all this stuff going around where people are just getting punched in public randomly or attacked or mugged or whatever. I just can't figure out really what goes through a young person's brain, especially as they're seniors and about to go to college or get out into the real world with adults, that would make them think, okay, I'm going to go do this in a public place with a gun that could look really real if nobody's looking real closely. And by the way, I'm going to wear a ski mask to hide my identity, which also makes me look like a robber or somebody who's going to assault people. And I think this is going to be really funny. So let's go see what happens.
A regular breakfast place at 10 a.m. when customers see weapons similar to this, brandished by two males wearing ski masks. They aim the weapons at students who are sitting and eating.
The patrons in the restaurant were obviously distraught by what they were seeing. They didn't know if it was an armed robbery. They didn't know if there was some other attack happening. And a concealed carry holder within the restaurant started to draw his weapon to provide some sort of safe protection for everybody in the restaurant.
Unlike the water guns in these TikToks, the concealed carry holder's gun was very real. Police tell News Nation a quick-thinking server was the one who saw water was coming out of the teenage boy's gun.
Praise the Lord. They go in and do this. Somebody's got a concealed carry. They're going to try to protect the people that are being attacked because as far as they're concerned, there's a robbery. There's an assault going on. I mean, there are people trafficking people. There are all kinds of things that could happen. So that person pulls out the gun and is like, nope, I'm going to stand up for people here. Somebody can get shot very quickly. I don't know how the server noticed there was water dripping out of this gun or coming out of this gun. But thank goodness that person did and screamed out, because otherwise somebody very easily could have been shot. And then all of a sudden now you got the person who shot them being traumatized because they shot somebody that actually didn't have a gun, but they thought they had a gun. Now they feel guilty and they also feel scared to death and also feel angry that they were even put in that spot. Now you've got people in the restaurant, I'm not kidding you, who are traumatized, who may already have anxiety issues to begin with, who are traumatized, dealing with PTSD, don't want to go back to that restaurant and probably any restaurant for a little while because of what they just saw. And never mind the fact that you might see children in there who are terrified of what is happening and feel unsafe and now have nightmares. I've done my job for almost 30 years in the mental health field, y'all. You can say what you want about talking lightly about these little pranks. They turn serious really quick. They can turn deadly. They can also cause severe anxiety, panic, and trauma in a lot of people that are around that are bystanders that don't even deserve this. What happened in the end?
In these TikToks, the concealed carry holder's gun was very real. Police tell News Nation a quick-thinking server was the one who saw water was coming out of the teenage boy's guns and yelled repeatedly, "It's a water gun," potentially averting tragedy.
I don't even want to think about it because if there's real weapons involved and somebody is trying to protect the life and safety of others, we can only imagine how severe this could have gone quickly.
And police are concerned about how realistic these water guns are starting to look. I want to bring you in here and show these to you. These are so easily obtainable on Amazon.
Yeah, look at that.
They come in all sizes.
Especially if you tape them up or color them or paint them, they could look very much like an assault rifle or some kind of Glock or whatever.
Different colors. Importantly, there is no orange tip on these models.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's part of a growing trend you can see on TikTok. In the Senior Assassin game, high school seniors try to ambush one another
I got you a little something too, okay? I hope you like it.
with water guns in a tournament-style competition. Usually off campus, all for clout and cred on social media. And we're tracking it nationwide. Warnings about senior assassins going out in Illinois, and before that, New Jersey, Alabama, Nebraska, a Michigan school district banning the game. Police in multiple communities now sounding the alarm.
Had this played out any differently,
Haven't seen any of that in Texas. I'm not sure you'd want to do that in Texas with all the guns we have here, because that would turn dangerous real quick. But that was cute. He was doing this prom proposal or something with the girl and ended up pulling out the gun and shooting her with the water gun. And that's all fun and dandy. Fun and games in her front yard. That's okay. But this?
Police in multiple communities now sounding the alarm.
had this played out any differently, we could be having a very sad and tragic story to talk about.
I don't even need to say much with this, right? But I'm shocked at how this can happen when you'd think they would have brains. Like, you just want to think about this. Do it in a fun way. Do it in a safe way. It's all good. But make sure you're doing it with people who know you're doing that. Make sure you're doing it in places that don't involve people that are completely ignorant to what's going on. Like, I wouldn't have even known that was going on. And make sure you're doing it in a way that is obvious. It's a game. Use guns that are obvious, like that girl had in there with colors, because the mental health impact, the trauma this leaves, you can shake your head at me all day long, but the trauma this leaves when I get people in my office who have experienced this and it turned out to be okay in that restaurant, but now this child won't go to sleep. This person can't go out and eat at restaurants anymore because they perceive that as something that's real. And the person who was about to shoot somebody now doubts themselves, feels angry they were put in that position, and feels scared that they might be put in that position again. And it's too much to risk. And let me just tell you something, seniors in high school, be very careful, be safe, and think about what you're doing before you get into that. Leave me your comments. Let me know what you think about this. And has this happened to you? Have you seen this happen? Have you done this yourself? And if so, talk to me about it and tell me what's happened. Mental health matters. We'll see you on the next Reaction Therapy.